speaking of people who are dead, Amanda Seyfried says, I'm not fucking apologizing for calling Charlie Kirk hateful. What I said was pretty damn factual. I am free to have an opinion. I love her. I freaking love Amanda Seyfried for being like, why would I apologize for saying something that's true? Is Amanda Seyfried our dark woke queen? So on her press tour for the Testament of Ann Lee, she told also the fact, I'm sorry, I'm dying. The fact that she told who, what, where is killing me. Who, what, where is a fashion and lifestyle company. They have journalists who write for the publication and whatnot. They started off as kind of a blog, I think, I remember, and then have expanded past then. The concept of Amanda Seyfried telling who, what, where when she's on her press tour, that she refuses to apologize for calling Charlie Kirk hateful after he was shot and killed earlier this year. It's very funny. I mean, I'm not apologizing. I'm not fucking apologizing for that, Seyfried said. I mean, for fuck's sake, I commented on one thing. I said something that was based on actual reality and actual footage and actual quotes. What I said was pretty damn factual, and I'm free to have an opinion, of course. Thank God for Instagram. I was able to give some clarity, and it was about getting my voice back because I felt like it had been stolen and recontextualized, which is what people do, of course. I can absolutely hear this in her voice, too. I'm not fucking apologizing for that. You know what I appreciate about this? I feel like a lot of celebrities have been so scared to just say it like it is, to just be so for real. And Amanda, when Charlie Kirk was killed, she commented on his death initially and was like, he was hateful. It's just also those three words, just the Amanda Seyfried Instagram comment, he was hateful. And people got fucking pissed and they were calling on, conservatives were like calling on her to be boycotted. Okay, good luck with that. And I like that not only did she not go, oops, my bad, sorry, we should just be about spreading love now. Later, when she was asked about it, she's like, why the fuck would I apologize? It's true. He was hateful. Am I the crazy person, or are you all crazy? Such a succinct comment on his death that really says it all. Yeah. The statement ignited accusations from some conservatives online that Seyfried was implying Kirk's death was justified. Seyfried wrote in the post caption, I don't want to add fuel to a fire. I just want to be able to give clarity to something so irresponsibly but understandably taken out of context. We're forgetting the nuance of humanity. I can get angry about misogyny and racist rhetoric and also agree that Charlie Kirk's murder was disturbing and deplorable. No one should have to experience this level of violence. This country's grieving too many senseless and violent deaths and shootings. Can we agree on that at least? Seyfried was one of many Hollywood figures in September who both condemned Kirk's shooting death while also... Remember that period of time? Can we for a second remember that period of time, which feels like it was 10 years ago, but it was a few months ago, how absolutely crazy everything and everyone was, how you couldn't be like, I think violence in this regard is horrible. We live in an incredibly violent country, and I condemn violence, and yet I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Charlie Kirk was some loving, moral person. And he was a person who himself said that in order to protect the Second Amendment, well, we're just going to have to be okay with gun deaths. And pointing out the irony in that as he himself is gunned down at at an event on campus. And it was like, oh my God, unless we were falling to our knees, crying, playing AI versions of Charlie Kirk being like, I'm okay. Actually, not physically because I'm dead, but spiritually, I'm good. It's like people were losing their jobs. You know, they're still in lawsuits. People who've still not, not gotten justice for being fired. All the fucking lists that went around, of every person who, God forbid, was talking about how Charlie Kirk was in his life and being truthful about it and being like, why am I going to weep and pretend that a white supremacist was not a white supremacist, where you can condemn someone being violently gunned down in a country where shootings happen constantly and all we seem to know is violence, while also being like, yeah, Charlie Kirk was a bad guy. He had so much hate in his heart for all marginalized people. You want me to pretend like that's not true? Anyway, that was wild. Candace is blowing up. I know Candace is like going after Erica and she's fighting with Tucker Carlson. Candace is waging war on multiple battlefields right now. Remember when you just created millions more Charlie Kirks and that lasted for 3 weeks before everyone but the most hardcore MAGA moved on? Yes. And the thing is that we knew that opportunists would use his death to further their own goals. And nobody actually really gave a shit about Charlie Kirk's death, just how they could use it to advance their own, their own political power. And how even with the psychosis that appeared to be occurring in the wake of his death, but people were going to move on. His wife certainly seems to have, from the get-go, was clearly using his death to position herself in a in a seat of power with Turning Point USA. She's doing a press tour right now, immediately fundraising off of him. Anyway, you know what? Thank God for people like Amanda Seyfried who went, why the fuck am I going to apologize for saying what I said? Why? Amanda Seyfried refuses to apologize for calling Charlie Kirk hateful. Pretty damn factual. And before you drag Sydney Sweeney into your political agendas, Amanda loves Sydney and she knows exactly what side Sid is on. This is from Sydney Sweeney Daily account. Okay. What does Sydney Sweeney have to do with Amanda Seyfried talking about Charlie Kirk? Here's what she said. She's got a spotlight on her that I never had, never wanted. I can't help but feel somewhat protective of her, even though she doesn't need my protection. She's going to continue to make choices in her career that I think will define or at least solidify her as an actual actress, because people are too distracted by all the other shit that's created around her. I mean, all right, Sydney Sweeney Daily account. You tell yourself what you need to. These two women have a movie coming out. They're literally doing press for a film. You think let me explain something. When actors have a film coming out, they're usually going to be each other's best friend. Okay. They're going to be doing a lot of interviews together. They're going to be playing with puppies for YouTube. They're going to be, generating news stories, press coverage, because they're promoting their film. So, Stan accounts on Twitter. I guess whatever makes you feel better. Yeah, the Snow White press tour. The Snow White press tour where even Rachel Zegler, who very clearly despises Gal Gadot, and I'm sure vice versa because of Israel and Palestine. And on that carpet, you still got to take pics. You still got to smile and be like, everything's great. We really fell in love as friends on this set. I will unfollow them on Instagram in 3 months. Yeah. Wait, did I make this up, or I thought Rachel Zegler unfollowed Gal Gadot? Yeah. Rachel Zegler unfollowed Gal Gadot on Instagram. Case in point, okay? God.